everybody, this is Peggy for Cropstop.com, and today I want to show you how I did this scrapbook page. And I wish you could feel it. I know you can't, but I wish you could feel this right in here. Oh my gosh. It is done with modeling paste, which is a new thing we're carrying now at Cropstop by Liquitex. And I love this stuff. And then I'm going to use 3 of the colors of Distress Paints by Tim Holtz. I think there's like 18 or more colors, and I only have 3, so I have a long way to go to get them all. But I really do love the colors, and I haven't been able to match them with anything else. So I'm going to use those. I'm also going to use some of the, let's see, these are made from Crafter's Workshop, I believe. Yes, Crafter's Workshop Stencils. And I did my New York page. We went on a vacation, and this reminded me of the maps that were in the subways. And then, of course, the bridge. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I hope you can see all of that. So what I did with those also, I didn't want to use waste any of my modeling paste. I made a front of a card, and I'll finish that one later, but I haven't quite decided what I want to do with that one. But check this one out. So there is that background that looks like the subway, or it could be a map, and then I put a car. This is the little Tim Holtz die cut for this car, and just a simple thank you, and a little bit of bling to mark the spots. Then I used the page just a blop on a piece of cardstock, and then I embossed Happy Mother's Day over the front, added some Martha Stewart butterflies, the awesome ribbon with the design in it, bling, and called it a card. Is that too stinking cute? So there's that one. Then I don't like to waste anything, so I don't want to waste my paint, and I don't want to use my waste my modeling paste. So I always have a canvas or my art journals laying around, and I just smear whatever I have left on there for texture. And later on, I will complete this, and I will bring it back on one of the videos to show you what I end up doing with it. So, well, you know what? Let me clear some things off and show you how I made my scrapbook page. Now, this is a pretty cool thing I learned from one of the mixed media artists. They use newspaper. Now, some of you are going to say, man, you put pictures on there. Well, actually, I have all my pictures on a disc, and I make copies of them, so I don't ever worry about the acid-free stuff so much because I have them on disc, so I always have the picture made available. So what I did first is I took a piece of the newspaper, newspaper, and I put several coats of gesso. It's spelled G-E-S-S-O. It's just a medium that you put on there so that the paint doesn't soak through, and it makes your paper more not so like a sponge. It makes it so that I can put paint on there. And then I just made swirls on it with some tool that I had. But that's not important. What I want to show you is, I want to show you what I'm using it on. So here's what I did. I take a little bit of modeling paste, like so. You don't need a bunch unless you're going to do a bunch. And then I borrowed these from my local coffee store. I might give them back. They may not want them back, though. And let's see. I'm going to use green for this one. Whoop, that was a lot. So I'm using green. Normally I wouldn't use that much. And I did shake these beforehand, so make sure you always shake up your paints. I'm not so sure that green's going to show up, to be honest with you, on camera. So I'm going to mix it up so that now I don't have white modeling paste, I have green. So there you are. I wonder what would happen if I mixed a little blue. I didn't shake that one. Let me shake it. I'm going to put a little bit of blue in there and see if it makes it darker. I hope you can see that okay. Let me move this over a little bit here. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. How's that? Did that work? I hope so. Hope I didn't mess you up. Let's look in the camera and see, because I want you to be sure to see what I'm doing. Now, let's scoot over a little bit more with the camera. There we go. Alright. I'm not very tall, so I have to stand on a stool to see the top of my camera. Oh my goodness. Alright, so now I'm going to take a little bit of blue and another one of my borrowed sticks. I'm just going to see what happens when you mix those two. I mean, blue and green ought to mix pretty well to make bluish green. Makes sense to me. That's one of the things I never got to learn. Took any art classes to learn all those colors. Make sure you go ahead and close up your lids. Don't leave your lids off too long. Let's see what happens. We might like this color and it might just be all blue. Those of you that are art students are going to go, yeah, because that blue is darker than the green. But I'm okay because I really want you to be able to see how cool these stencils are. Now, Crafter's Workshop has a bazillion, and I have a bazillion stencils. So you don't have to just stick with this one. But anyway, I'm going to use these again. Alright, well, it made bluer blue. There you are. So we got blue. Well, let's get that off there because, you know, don't want to waste anything. Alright, the other thing I want to tell you, when you're doing this, you don't want to not get your stencils cleaned right away. You want to make sure to clean them right away. So here's, I'm going to, I got to move some things again. Oh my goodness. Let me get this out of my way. Hang in there with me, everybody. I just need more room when I'm doing mixed media kind of stuff. All right, so I'm just going to kind of put this wherever. So you're going to lay your stencil down. And you could use this little stick, but I have these cute little plastic spatula things I got somewhere. And I'm going to lay my stencil, and I'm going to put some of this modeling paste right on there. And then you're going to drag it across. And you want to always go the same direction. Don't go back and forth because you'll get these yucky little glumpers in there that are not nice at all. So we're going one direction, and a little goes a long way. So you just keep putting it in there like so. So this makes great scrapbook pages. It does journals, oh my goodness, canvases as you saw, and cards. You're not limited. But what I really liked was to show you that you don't just have to paint with the Tim Holtz. And now that we've got the modeling paste, I'm in my heavens. Oh my goodness, I'm in my heavens. There's no doubt. Okay, I just told you not to go different ways, and I just did. That was kind of silly. Now, you just pull this up. Check it out. Awesome. I love it, I love it, I love it. Now what I want to do for this page, I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to go right back and do it again over in this corner. I'm not so sure you can see that, so I'll scoot over a little bit. So let's do it again. So we're going to put it on there. And I'm just creating a background on my page. There we go. And if it goes off of your stencil, it's not a big deal. It just adds more texture, and I love texture. Ooh, I'm liking it. I think I need a little more up here since I already have some stuff. Might as well put some right there. And you don't have to do the whole stencil if you don't want to. And you know what? I think there might be enough to just squeak out a little bit more right there. I like that little, whatever that's supposed to be. And again, we have a bunch. Here's the other cool thing about these stencils. They're also in 12 by 12. So if you didn't want to do little places like I just did, you could do one great big 12 by 12, and you have got yourself a background. So there you are. So you got to let this dry. You don't want it to dry on your stencil. So you're going to let this dry, and then you can do whatever you want to with it. You could go back and spray this with some different spray inks that we have from Dilutions, you know, to get some more texture on the back. But I'm going to leave it like this for now and let it dry. And that's all there is to it. Easy, easy, easy. So, what did I use? I used a stencil, I used modeling paste, and I used some paint. And I get this awesome background. Let me clean my hands off and come back and just, well, you know what? Let me just show you right here. This will be cool. So here's the same thing, again, a little bit closer. I had a little bit of paint left, and I'll do the same here. Of course, I like to do things with my fingers. So I just rub things on here, and I may add paper on here and adhere it. I mean, there's all kinds of things I could do with this, but I didn't want to waste any of the color, and I didn't want to waste any of the modeling paste, so I use it every place. I don't ever let any of it go to waste because I love it. Oh, here's some more. I can stick that on there. So that's all there is to it. All right, well, that's everything I think I can show you with all of these little goodies. Your modeling paste and your paint and your stencils, and oh my gosh, let me just bring my page in one more time to show you. How cool is that? There you are. I added some letters, some little bling blings here and there, and I called it. I'm going to do my journaling right there in the middle. Okay? All right, now make sure to stop over to Crop Stop and tell them Peggy sent you. Have a good one. Bye.